What I want to do is I want to share with you a 10-year dream coming to life. In fact, I want to share with you just from the beginning the story of how this dream came about. Because I believe that there are people in this room that can relate to what I'm going to share with you. Can you recall the time in your life when you felt like you couldn't make it and you weren't going to make it? And financially, your dreams were dying and your relationships were stressed and you did not know where to go. Who has felt lost in the wilderness before? Okay, I remember when I felt lost in the wilderness. And everything felt wrong about life because what I knew was I got this one life to live and I didn't want to live it small. Have any of you ever felt that way before? Can I get an amen in the church? Amen. Okay, so here's my question. What did you do about it? Have you come through? Have you been through the forest? Have you gotten to the other side? I dared to dream a dream, and I will share two with you. Here was the first one, a dangerous thought, a thought that I would be ridiculed over. It was an idea that I could have everything. And I posed this question, can you have it all? Are you allowed to have the relationship with God where you walk with Him? A relationship with a spouse or with your children where the connection runs so deep, words are not needed to convey that feeling. Wealth. Wealth beyond your own means. I'm talking about transcending the selfish, meaning everything I do financially is always about me. Have you moved past that? Have you moved even in your mind to a place where you can be completely happy and fulfilled? And I ask the question, is that possible? What do you think? Good, I'm glad because I've got some friends. How many of you actually think that it's kind of a crazy idea a little bit for one person to have everything? Thank you, we got a few honest people in the room here. Let me share another dream with you. I've shared this with only a few people in very intimate circles, and I want to share it with you. When I was 8 years old, the very first time I felt awake, I almost have no other memories earlier than this, was being 8 years old. I was on my mom's bed. My mom had come into the room crying. I heard her, like so many times before, fight with my dad. And in this moment as an 8-year-old, I felt God. It was not only like my birth of breathing air in this life, it was not only this beautiful traumatic experience, but it was a decision. And I felt God putting words in my mind, and He said that someday it will be your stewardship, Chris, to care for your parents. And I've got 8 other brothers and sisters, but that is something God gave me, and I won't let any of my family members help. That's my responsibility. That is something that I get to do. My whole life, I've been trying to figure out how do I transcend this selfish life. I want the big house. I want the nice cars. I want to travel the world. I want to have everything. But my dreams grew beyond that when I started achieving those things. I took on mentors, financial mentors, people that transformed my thinking. I noticed it one day when I was welcoming all of my extended family into my house for the very first time. And there was 100 people coming over for a party, and they looked at this beautiful, spacious house on the golf course right outside the canyon, dream home, that this 27-year-old had custom built. And when they walked into the house, they brought with them their judgment. And I recognized I didn't know how the last 4.5 years I had been transformed in my thinking. I had developed an entirely different paradigm on wealth creation, and its purpose. But I'll tell you at that time, those are things I wanted for me. With more mentorship, I started realizing that there was something that went beyond finance. There was something that went beyond having the things of the world. There were things far more priceless, things far more precious. And when I no longer had to keep my head above water and had no worries about money, was when I dared to have thoughts about how I could change the world. Not change me, not my community, but the what? I've been in pursuit of this dream for the last decade. And when we started this company 7 years ago that has done hundreds of millions of dollars worth, approaching its first billion-dollar impact on the U.S. economy. Friends, not a small company. We are talking about massive impact. We launched it with 3 pillars, because here's the other conversation I don't share except with my closest friends. I went to God and I said, God, my mentors have transformed my life, and what I want is to mentor people. And again, I felt God in my mind, and if I had to give words to the feeling was, but that's not what they want, they're not ready, and you're not ready. And then he gave me this. You must first learn to give them what they think they need. They think they want money, and they think they want control. So learn to give them those things. We set up this company with a mission statement to empower personal and financial success. The personal has not come about. I've waited 7 years, and my time of waiting is over. Everything has come together so perfectly. There's no mistake about you being here in this room. 3 pillars of freedom. Pillar number 1, facilitated real estate. Why? It's how the founding fathers and why they came to America to establish wealth generationally and pass it on. And we've lost that in the last 100 years, and we're bringing it back. We're making it fun, we're making it sexy, we're making it beautiful. I gotta say sexy more often on the stage. We got some serious repression going on in here. Okay, the second pillar, entrepreneurship. Why entrepreneurship? Takes us back to the founding fathers, what it meant to be an American, why my father came to this country. It was so he could control his life. It was so that he could control his destiny. Friends, entrepreneurship is not about business. It's about you being in control of your life, your mission, your purpose, and how you express it. You can do entrepreneurship in a company. It's called intrapreneurship. But it is where you have your garden to make an impact. The majority of us don't have that. We've got a job. Pillar number 3, something that I have incomparable passion for compared to real estate. You think I like real estate, business? You think I like prosperity and abundance? Well, it's all the same thing. What I love is professional development, personal development. I love seeking out artists. Did you know that Gerald doesn't even want to be branded as a relationship expert and only does it because God asks him to? Do you know how much other genius is inside of him where he changes lives? How many of you have ever been to a Live Big? Put your hands up. Okay, guys, this man has a message that can change people more than just in transformation with their marriage and more than just their relationships. To me, Gerald is an artist, just like all of us. It's just that some of us know how to let it out and some don't. Some of us actually get to live life and experience something extraordinary, and most of us will not. This third pillar of personal development, I want to share with you my dream, a dream that is coming to life tonight. And I'm not even launching anything. Tonight we begin a 90-day test into beta, and April 9th and 10th at our company's official launch, we will be launching this product. That is the goal and the focus. So here's the dream. I want to share something with you. And then I want to get a chance to hear from some people. My life has been changed not from knowing one mentor or 2 mentors or no mentors. It has been from dozens of mentors who have come and they have dropped jewels in my life. I love how eclectic that is. Do you guys know how the mentorship guru-ish world actually works? It works this way. Buy my home study kit for $500 after I gave you my book as an allurement to come into my tribe. Jason, come here. Come here. Do you see how powerful my mind control is? Watch this one. Jason, sit. Okay. I want you to have this book because I keynoted for 20 minutes and you said I should read it. And you read it and you walk away and you say, man, I got a little bit of mentorship. Can you say a little bit? And a little tastes good. So I say, how would you like to have the home study kit for $500? And you're thinking, well, a little bit tasted good. Maybe I should get more, right? After the $500 study kit, guess what comes? My 3-day transformational course that's $2,500. And by the way, is more value coming into your life? Yeah. Yes, more value is coming into your life. And after the transformational course, I'm going to bring you into one of my private mentoring groups. You know how much it costs?
$5,000.
$5,000. How did you know that? How did you know that, Jason?
I've done it twice.
Thank you. 2 times. Then, do you know what his next step is? If he would like to be in private mentorship with me, do you know what he gets to pay? $30,000. You'll get to hear from some of those people. Now, I just want to ask you, does everyone have $50,000 to ride one vertical for an element of genius? Can everyone do that? No. Here's the beautiful thing. The process I just described, I love. It's what I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on, and I believe it. But I've been fortunate with my prosperity and abundance in getting finance to be able to do it again and again and again and again. And most people I meet, they don't have that luxury. For whatever reason, financially, it doesn't come together fast enough. So I am going to propose something new. I'm going to propose something different. And I'm going to propose something that won't change your lives. If you take action tonight, it will actually affect the life of an underprivileged teenager or adult that has no access to this type of mentorship. Guys, thank Jason for coming up. Thank you very much. What if beyond reading a book, is there value in books? Yeah. They're well thought out ideas, but you know what? That is what I would call an entry level of mentorship. If you want to go beyond, you've got to get intimate with the expert and you've got to experience what it looks like when you spend 5 or 10 hours with them. And this next level of mentorship has so much more value. Here's what I have done. Not only have I had a chance to mentor with dozens of people and pay a lot of money, but I'm telling you right now, I am a student for life. I may take the stage from time to time and say, let me share from the genius and the gift God has put in me, and I want to sit at the foot of your stage and learn about the genius and the gift that God has put in you, because we all have one. So here's what I did. I have gone out to people like Gerald Rogers. I'll tell you a few more names. I've got some of them here in the room here. I've gone out to people who have changed my life, and I have asked them to do something big and near unthinkable. I've asked them to take one of their big programs that they sell in their sales funnel for a lot of money, and I've asked them to donate it to a network of mentors that would give you access not to me, not to Gerald, but in time, hundreds of people with a collective $1 million of value. How many of you would be interested in being enrolled for life in a program that could give you that type of value on an ongoing? Would that not be life-changing? What if when you purchased it, which by the way, you could justify tens of thousands of dollars for it because there's hundreds of thousands of dollars of value in it. But what if when you got involved at a price everyone could afford, that you helped an underprivileged human being? How many of you would like to be engaged in a work like that? Okay? How many of you would like mentorship for free for the rest of your life? Okay, now I'm starting to get the giggles like, come on, Chris, hundreds of thousands of dollars, in time potentially $1 million for free. Friends, we're going to manifest that tonight as well. This is 10 years of gestation. How many of you would like free mentorship? I want to hear it. Yeah. Good, I'm going to show you exactly how it's going to come about. Let me tell you about some of the people involved. Okay, this first one was very difficult to secure. Chris Crone. Friends, I've had a chance to take the $5,000 programs that Jason has done. One of them is Conscious Creator Live. It's an 8-hour course that teaches 7 core principles. I'm not going to go through it all, but I'll tell you, my private mentoring group and even the group that I certify and teach how to become a belief breakthrough artist. How many of you would love it if you could see through every one of your weaknesses, stories, and master how to come through it? How many of you would love that? Okay, that course is in here. And then just let me give you an idea of names. Todd Falcone, one of the leading experts in network marketing and building businesses, is donating 3 of his very costly programs into here. Dr. Patrick Porter, 30-year NLP expert, is giving us a 6-month program, week by week, on literally retraining every weakness, the 26 top weaknesses inherent in human nature. We've got people like Kevin Clayson on wealth creation, flipping the gratitude switch. Where's Kevin Clayson? There's the Kevin Clayson. By the way, If you don't know, let me tell you, Kevin has donated a 7-hour audio program. It is the most powerful audio program that I know of on how to recreate a different paradigm when it comes to wealth and what the wealthy know. Friends, it's changed my life. Kevin is my go-to internal expert when it comes to wealth strategy. Gerald Rogers. How many of you would love to access what Gerald Rogers does in Live Big and relationships and get a lot more value than you just heard here tonight? Wouldn't that be amazing? Shannon Brooks is the president of Monticello College, and you got to pay a hefty tuition to go to that university. He teaches an entire course on freedom, social leadership, and the lost American ideals. You can access that. Dave Blanchard is coming into the network. He's the CEO of the Augmendino Group. Dave, he's epic. His information is life-changing. Sales Mastery, Eric Lawfom. We've got my dear friend and such a master breakthrough coach, Heather Matter, coming into this program. Steve Taubman, NLP expert. Where's Ann? Ann, stand up for just a second. Years ago, I invited Ann to come from Salt Lake into my home with my executive team and spend an entire day learning what you call a vision board on steroids, where it is pages well thought out, recorded to theta waves that you listen to, and magically a year later, everything that you predicted actually happened because you were the self-proclaiming prophet that made it come to pass. Ann has given us her top program on how to do that work. Give it up for Ann. Where's Chris Miles? Chris Miles teaches a level of financial literacy, how to keep more of what you've got. He teaches you how to invest what you've got, how to protect it, how to make it untouchable. We have his financial, stand up. Guys, this is his life's work. Any friends of Leslie Householder? Leslie has given us she's given us everything. She is so passionate about her content, her 6 programs, 5 books, getting out to the world, that it is all housed inside of this network. Nicolene Peck teaches self-government, speaks for the United Nations, goes to Capitol Hill and fights for family values and teaches self-government in the home and family. She's a part of this network. Friends, those are just some of the names. Marilyn King, an Olympian from the 80s, teaches people how to achieve excellence with the Olympian mindset, how to think like a gold-winning Olympian. We can go on and on and on, and I'm going to tell you that just about everyone that I speak with wants into this program. I spoke to Tony Lister this morning. Has anyone taken his relationship work for broken relationships? And what he does there and in intimacy, it's astounding. He's coming into the network. Friends, this entire network, do you know what you have to pay to access it? Can you imagine, first of all, the amount of value being amassed in something like that? Well, I'm going to share it with you. Here's what I want to do. Before we pass out these sheets, I would like to invite 3 people to come to the front of the room. And I'm going to please ask you just to stick to 2 minutes. And these are individuals I've had a chance to be in the deepest level of mentorship with. I've witnessed and watched their lives transform. And they are engaged in a crusade with me to change the world in a way that every one of you can participate in tonight. Please help me welcome to the stage Wileen Benson, Carolyn Norris, Tracy Roberts. Come on up here. Come on up here.
Anything in particular that you'd like me to share, or?
Yes, 2 minutes on something that summarizes your experience.
Okay, wow. I have experienced transformation in just about any area that you could imagine. Physical pain, healing of a literal broken heart. I had a heart attack a couple of years ago, and it was Takotsubo, which is broken heart syndrome. And my heart was working at 45% capacity. I was not willing to accept that. And through working personally with Chris, learned these techniques that he's been talking about that helped me to heal my heart, and just recently had an echocardiogram, and my doctor not only had her staff give me a call, but she sent me a personal handwritten note and was amazed that my heart is almost normal. And lower back pain that I had for 40 years is completely gone. Relationship with my daughter that 24 years that we had struggled with each other. And now we're great friends. And all of these things are available, and it just takes, first of all, knowing. It's that very first thing that you said at the very beginning, that the most dangerous information is that you don't know. I have a vision to be able to help other people be able to experience this transformation. And I'm so grateful for the program that Chris is offering, because like he said, you know, everybody doesn't always have the ability, financial ability, to maybe participate at the level that they would like to, but this opens it up to everyone, and I'm so grateful. Thank you.
A week does not go by without getting multiple emails from Wileen as I get to continue experiencing her journey and her breakthrough. I call a woman like Wileen a quick shifter. She has the ability to shift so rapidly and has developed such a consciousness to see all the internal weaknesses that she can clean out. She absolutely amazes me. She will be one of our future mentors in this program, and she's committed in the next 90 days to help at my side wage this crusade. What's your goal, Wileen?
1,000 people on this program.
Thank you. Please help me welcome the pastor of Prosperity. We created a monster, Tracy Roberts. I want to tell you something about this man. This man, when I started working with him, it was God coming down and said, work with this man. It was the very first time I stepped into mentorship in my life. I felt called to it. And when I sat down, it was mutual. It was such an amazing 6 months working with you. I want to tell you, the man you're about to hear from is not the man that started this program. This man has come into his own. He knows who he is, what his purpose is. He's become a financial freedom fighter, and he has become a man of enlightenment that goes out and transforms the world in powerful ways. And you're going to feel that just by listening to him for 2 minutes.
Today is actually a wonderful day for me, and I want to tell you why. One of the reasons is because I'm in a room full of individuals who I can honestly say that I love and care about dearly. The other thing is that I'm on the stage with one of my great mentors. But earlier today, I was at breakfast with one of my greatest mentors, my Uncle Gary, who, as a poor, coming from poverty, he was the rich uncle. He was the uncle that when our family would gather together, Uncle Gary would always pick up the tab. And sometimes I know that it was to $500 or $600 for one meal because there were so many people. This morning, I was able to buy my Uncle Gary breakfast. I picked up the tab, and that was a powerful moment for me. I've been wanting to do that for a long, long time, and there was some struggles at the table for a minute, but I had let him know that I needed to do it, and he acknowledged that, and he let me. So while Wileen is a quick shifter, I'm not a quick shifter, but once I get it, then I've got it. And so now I'm able to go forward and bless people and bless the lives of others. What Chris is offering and about to really let loose on you is worth hundreds and thousands of dollars. And if you're willing to invest in yourself, then you can go places that you never thought possible. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Friends, Carolyn Norris is someone who I've just absolutely and immensely enjoyed not only getting to know, but witnessing her journey, because I've been able to witness her in the last 3 years step from a place of darkness, if you've heard her story, to an incredible place of light. This woman knows how to shift her own universe, and it has just been a pleasure to witness it. Carolyn Norris.
Well, in 2 quick minutes, I'll share part of my story with you. But really, my story doesn't matter. What matters is your story. And the only thing that matters about my story is that it can happen to each and every one of you. I was the girl growing up that was like this, what Gerald was talking about. You know, I didn't want to look at people in the eye. I was scared. I was scared because I got bullied. I was scared because people told me I was a loser, I was worthless, I was nothing, I was a nobody. Have you ever felt like that? That's how I felt inside about myself. Well, you know what happened today? Today, I got to hear myself on an outtake of a song that I wrote that's now going to be on our radio show. That's different. When I came to Strongbrook, I had just experienced a financial reset. Maybe some of you were in that space as well. I had been crumpled up in a ball in the fetal position. I have had to lift my head off the table to try to push food into my mouth. I have had to crawl off of my bed because I couldn't stand up. And I know that every one of you has those kind of challenges, whether it's depression or whatever it is, you have challenges that keep you from the person that you are on the inside, being able to show up as the awesome, amazing people that you are on the outside. And this mentoring that Chris talks about, this has completely changed my life. But you know what? It didn't change who I was inside, because that's the person I was. That's the person you are. You already are that person. It's just getting the opportunity and understanding how to let the beautiful, amazing person that each one of you are step into the light and be that on the outside. I remember when I first wrote that first song, I have wanted to write, I have often written songs, but I honestly, I never thought I would do anything besides write it and nobody would ever hear it. And I remember when I went to that recording studio for the first time in my life, I had dreamed about that forever. And I was in that studio, and I was like, you know how it's like on TV and stuff, you know? And I had the headset and the microphone and everything, and I just was like, oh my gosh, I am alive. I am living my dreams, not just thinking about them. And that's what I wrote to Chris that day. I said, I'm living my dreams. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Friends, here's what I'd like to do. In a moment, I'm going to have my team pass something out. I'm just going to put something up here on the screen. And I want to, by the way, do I have any IBDs in the room? You have a brand new website. It's www.yourusername.strongbrook.com/mentoring. Let me just walk you through just briefly what it is. Scrolling just to the very top, Stephen, let me show you what you have here. It's one thing to live your life, it's another to create it. All of our mentors share something in common: conscious creation, every aspect of personal development. We share the story of how mentorship came about, scrolling on down. And then what we do is now I'm going to share with you what world-class mentorship looks like in a way that everyone can afford. We're going to be giving people access to not me, but all of my mentors, and every month, all of our expanding and growing network of mentors, a community that socializes, that interacts, where you collect mentors, all of that for $99 a month, maybe the most important school you ever go to in your life for self-actualization, wealth, health, happiness, relationships. Is that something you can afford? But inside, you're going to access a vault of all of these mentors. You get to go at your own pace, scrolling on down. When you take their course, you can download it, you can take it with you. It's all digital, so it's wherever you go. And in this course, when you complete it, you collect these mentors. You get to see who's collecting mentors at what rate. You get certificates of achievement every time you finish a course. You get to scroll through the entire library and pick the person that resonates with you. Many of them offer multiple programs like I was explaining for you. But here's what we want to do that's different. 2 components. Number 1 is free mentorship. The way free mentorship works is simple. All you have to do is share this with 3 people that get involved, and I'll pay your $99 for you. Is that all right? So, how about I help you get free mentorship? How many of you would be down with that? I'm going to share with you how I'm going to do that. This is the big picture. If you get started on this program, then we are going to give this mentorship to somebody else for free. We are going to the poverty-stricken, the naked, the people that go without, at-risk teenagers. We are bringing live workshops to them, and I'm going to ask you to come with me. I'm going to ask you to engage with me around the world. I'm going to ask you to join me when Ann Webb helps take us to Africa, and we get to engage in humanitarian service in connection with mentorship. How many of you would like a trip of a lifetime to make an impact on 1,000 people's lives? How many of you would want to have an experience like that? By the way, how many of you would like it if Ann Webb was our guest symposium speaker next month to teach you how to manifest that dream? Would you love that? Okay, friends, right here, this mentorship matching program, this is where we get to change the world. Here's what I'm enrolling you in. Here's what I'm asking you to do. It's the same question I asked Wileen. This is so simple. This is so easy. You have every tool that you need. It's all available. If you want to get free, so you have free mentorship, you've just given the gift of mentorship to how many underprivileged people? 3 plus who? Plus yourself. If you would like to turn that into a business, that's up to you, but we can show you how to do that. Because if you get 3, I'll give you yours for free and pay you $56 a month. Would you be okay with that? How many of you would like to manifest tens of thousands of dollars a month so that you could be financially free, engaging all day long and changing people's lives with becoming a better person? Click program over here, Stephen. Okay, we have 2 different programs if you scroll on down and becoming a conscious creator and joining the network. And we have got 2 different ways of participating, and it's up to you what's best for you. Let me take you through what we're doing. So I'm going to do a couple of things for you because I want you jazzed, and I want to give you exceptional value beyond what other people would be getting when they come into the value and coming into the system. On the back page, it says Level 1 membership. Please follow along with me. Level 1 membership is how much per month? You can cancel it when? Anytime you want. It includes unlimited access to the vault. Now, by the way, when it's unlimited, does that mean that you can go as fast as you want? Can you collect as many mentors as you want? Absolutely. You have top flight approved mentors. I would love to share with you the list of people every single day that are coming to me saying, I want in the network. And I have a commitment to you. I'm going to let my bias play out. I've shared this with my wife and 5 other people. Had an experience 4.5 years ago where I was in a deep, deep session of pain with one of my mentors, uncovering abandonment and rejection that hurt. And when I came through it, God gave me a little glimpse of something beautiful. He showed me that I would be the architect, not the guru, that I would get to build a bridge, that He would bless me with the resources to put this together, and that I would create a place of healing and a place of growth and a place where people could succeed. Friends, I wish to be the guru of nothing. This stage, even though I love sharing my content, even though I'll take the stage when I can add value, this is for me to bring $1 million of value and in time hundreds of mentors. But here's the commitment. Their content will be content of light. We will safeguard this network. We will put people in that can add value and do so with principles that can be housed as much as possible with truth with a capital T, which I know exists and is. And we will not bring people in that are cult-right gurus that want you to receive answers from them, but they will teach you principles so that you can govern your own life and make it a better one. These monthly symposiums are going to not be open to the public for very much longer. They are only going to be for students. Additional benefits, a couple of things you want to know. Every dollar spent, $99 a month is 99 loyalty points. You'll learn that those points can be exchanged for real estate programs and services, for higher level vertical mentoring programs that we do have and offer. You want to come to Africa and have like the biggest life-changing experience? This is help paying for you to get there. So it's not just a $99 investment for this insane value. It's something that you get to reuse to invest and get more. You also participate in the program that when you get signed up, we are going to donate a subscription to an underprivileged person in need. And then, if you do enroll 3 people in, we will give you this entirely for free. Again, how many of you would love to get free mentorship? The person that brought you here tonight is engaging with me and helping provide that. Now, if you go to a level 2 membership, it's not for everyone, but it's $499. It's $99 a month. When you pay that up front, here's what you get. You get the 8-hour Conscious Creator Live workbook, journal, posters. You get a book, your first month of $99 for free. You can also join our business. I'll give you a business in a box to turn this into a powerful income stream. So you become an IBD. It waives that $99, it waives the $19.95 a month, and it automatically qualifies you to start getting paid 4 levels deep for your first 5 months. So for someone that says, I actually am interested in doing this as a business, potentially, we're throwing that option in for you. Now, if you decide to join at level 2, here's what's going to happen. You have a chance to become one of our founding partners. There will only be 1,000 founding partners. These are the people that come in at the very beginning. And what we're going to do is if you come in at the founding partner level, we are going to give you special recognition at our live events and websites and conventions. You will get limited edition of Conscious Creator Founder Pin. You will get 2 tickets to the event, so it's $2,000 of value. Plus, you're going to get 2 additional guest tickets at $49 a piece. Something we're doing just for the first people getting started in the network. Those of you in this room, if you have ever participated in mentorship as low as already getting a Conscious Creator kit, raise your hand. You are already automatically, congratulations, founding partners of the program. Let's give it up for them. Welcome.